Hey there, my name is John Stevenson. Welcome to the Guaranteed Retirement Guy Show. Today we're going to be talking about how financial advisors and also agents, insurance agents like myself, get paid commissions if you buy an annuity. So, if you're looking to purchase an annuity and you're wondering how we get paid, I'm going to let you know. Okay, and I'll even share some examples on my screen. So, if you're buying an annuity from an advisor, maybe he is a securities license advisor, and he's charging you an annual fee. Because a lot of times you can buy an annuity that will charge you an annual fee, and if it's a variable, you might have various fees. You might have the advisory fee, you might have mutual fund fees in those sub-accounts, and an income rider fee. You might have that as well. So sometimes those fees can be substantial. I've seen them as high as 6%. So and those are typically how they get paid. Sometimes they'll get paid a commission as well on top of those fees. So it just depends. There are fixed products out there like MYGAs that, and I sell them. I get paid commissions on them. Usually the commissions range from 1% to 3%. And then there are other advisors that will sell them fee-based only, and they'll charge you like a half a point each year. And so when you look at like the overall returns, a lot of times you could look up those MYGAs and they're paying a little bit more than the commission-based ones, but the total yield is lower because of those fees that those advisors are charging. So, at that point, you just kind of decide who you want to work with. So, of course, I'd love to sell you an annuity. If you're looking to purchase one, there's a link below this video. It goes directly to my calendar. Or if you want to go to my website, check out the annuities that are available. And then, of course, if you want, you can book a call with me there. So, if you don't want to book a call, that's fine too. Okay, I'm here to help. I'm here to provide as much information as I can. Okay, but let me share my screen because I want to show you some real examples of annuities that I sell and what I could get paid for. Okay, and again, these commissions are coming from the insurance company. Okay, they're not coming from you. Okay, they're coming from the insurance company. So if you're wondering, well, does money get taken out of my account when I buy this to pay you? No, it does not. Unless, of course, you have an advisory product that you're buying, then yes, they might be taking something out of front from you. But all the stuff that I sell, they just pay me commissions. All right. So, and again, when I tell people, I says, look for yourself, see the annuities that are available that are the best for you. Okay, and then reach out to me. Because then you know what's best for you before I can sit there and try to pitch you something that pays me high commissions when you already know, you already have the knowledge of what's best. And that what's best for you might pay me a lower commission than another product. Okay. And oftentimes that is the case. And so whenever I meet with people who are unhappy with their advisors, it's usually because their advisor sold them an annuity that was not in their best interest, but paid the advisor a ton of commissions. And that is very common in our industry, and it's terrible. And so that's why I'm out here to tell people what's available. And of course, I make money selling annuities, and I hope that people, if they feel comfortable with me, then they'll reach out to me. But if they're not, then that's fine too. Hopefully this still gives you some value. All right, so I'm going to share my screen, and I want to show you a client in Maine, just as an example. They got $1 million, okay? And they got more than this. They might have $3 million, but they want to take $1 million and purchase an annuity, all right? Well, they might be looking for highest lifetime income, highest income ever, okay? And they want to make sure it's guaranteed for the rest of their life. They're pushing out 5 years, and they're married, and $1 million is going to give them $100,000 a year, 105. Pretty good. Yeah, they're going to get that for the rest of their life. And so in that case, they're like, all right, what's the highest payout? Okay, I don't care what your commissions are. I want to make sure I'm getting the highest payout for myself, which I agree. So I'll show them. I says, all right, well, here's the options. The top option here is Equitrust, and then you got Nationwide and so on. So Corebridge, ClearSpring, and a lot of these pay decent commissions, okay? A lot of these, I'll get paid 7% on these, okay? Some of them, it just depends. Like if you're older, okay, if you're older than 70 or 75, then I might only get paid 5%. Okay, so just keep that in mind. Now, if I scroll down here more, there's some more options that I could get paid 9% on this one. Okay, I get paid, let me scroll down a little bit more, get paid almost 10% on this one. Okay, but look at the income. It's like $89,500. Okay, from the same $1 million. You look at that and say, all right, you made 10% commissions on this, John. What did I get? 89 grand. And then you start doing your research and you're like, wait a second. I could have got 104 from the same money. So basically you gave up 15 grand in annual income. Okay. 15 grand of annual income forever, just so your advisor could make some more money. Okay. And A+ company, sure. But this is an A+ company too. So, sometimes the higher commission products are better for you, but sometimes they're not. It just depends on what you need. So that's why I tell people, look for yourself, go to my calculators. And then if you want to reach out to me and you want to purchase an annuity, I'd love to help. I like it when people research first, because then they're not going to feel like they're getting on a call with me and I'm going to be like filtering all my stuff down to just one option or 3 options. Say, hey, it looks like this is what you should buy. And of course, I full well knowing there are other options out there, but I'm not willing to show them because of course they pay me less commission, right? It's just not a good practice. So then let me show you an example of immediate. Okay, just give you an example of that. All right, so immediate payouts for $1 million, 67 grand. Not bad. This will not pay me 7%. It pays me 6.5%. Okay. So I might be like, well, can you please just buy this one or this one? Right. I'll make a little bit more. I'll make it like 0.5 point more. Right. But your highest income is coming from this one. You see what I'm saying? So it's really, really important for you to do your own research and kind of find out for yourself what's best. Now, another thing to realize on these MYGAs, they're fixed rate. They're like CDs. Okay. They're the insurance world's version of a CD. And if I look at the top MYGAs right now for $1 million, let's see what it does. So I'll just tell you, they usually range up to 10 years. Let's see if Maine's any different. Yeah, it's 10 years. So some states, I don't know which ones, but every once in a while you'll have like a 15 or 20 year option, but they're a lot lower on the yield. So if you look at those, you see, all right, like for instance, a 7-year. Revel 1 has like 3 really good ones. So they're actually filling up the top 3. But you see 6-year, American General. If you want the best rates, 5, 7, and 10-year are usually the best. So if I go down, I say a 5-year, Revel 1. So go here, say, all right, well, best from carrier. Let's kind of, maybe we want to spread our money out. Maybe we want to put like 300 grand in one of each. Okay. So look at that and say, all right, well, Revel 1, exotic, NIHEZ, you got all these different options. Here's the payouts. Some of these pay me a lot more than others. Okay. Some of them pay me 1%. Some of them pay me 3%. Believe me, I'd much rather sell you a 3%er than a 1%er all day. But unfortunately, I can't. Sometimes I have to sell something that only pays me 1% on these. And MYGAs are all over the place on these. So it just depends on the company, depends on the term you pick. And that will be dependent on how much I get paid. Okay, so that can be very tempting to push you into products that pay me the most. But again, that's why I tell people go to my website and see what's available. That way you know. So when we get on the call, you know. Okay, you don't have to rely on me or anybody else. You get what's best for you. Okay, so anyways, that's how I get paid. I get paid by commissions, and that's why I encourage people, if you're looking to purchase an annuity with me, then book a call with me. If you just want to get information on rates, then don't book a call with me. Just look at my website and work with whoever you're going to work with. But of course, I'd love to help you. I'd love to be your advisor and sell you an annuity and service that for you and be someone that you can trust. But you have to do what's best for you and what you feel comfortable with. So hopefully what I've shared is giving you some clarity on how advisors get paid. And hopefully it gives you clarity on how advisors are motivated. And in the end, it still has to be what's in the best interest of the client. And I am a certified financial fiduciary, which means I have to show you everything. Okay? I have to show you everything that's in your best interest. I can't just say I'm going to do what's in your best interest. I have to show it to you. And I think that's important. So you've worked hard for your money. You want to make sure that it's working the best for you. And you want to make the best decision. And you want it to, Ronald Reagan said, trust but verify. You want to be able to trust someone, but you should be able to verify what they're showing you as well. So that's what I try to do when I share these videos and when I encourage people to go to my website and check out the rates themselves. So anyways, hope that helps. If you like the video, like, subscribe, share, comment below if you got more questions, and we'll see you next time.